Kirk Chief Eric Rinstrom says this all started with a traffic stop. An officer was doing the stop around 8 a.m. on a vehicle here. Prosecutor Karen McDonald says it's because of the seriousness of this crime, the fact that it was intentional, it was not impulsive. And she says it's a necessary charge in order for the victims and their families to get justice. What was your initial reaction to seeing that video?
Made me feel like I was witnessing an execution.
The at-home AR-41 kit can test for 41 different respiratory pathogens. We're starting to move now. They're encouraging people to prepare a speech at City Hall for city commissioners. Kober was arrested and arraigned after nearly 80 dogs were found in poor conditions in her Norton Shores home.
10 Tampa Bay's Carla Bayron is live at the Red Cross Center in Tampa. And Carla, what have volunteers been seeing on the ground out there?
Well, the executive director of the Central Florida chapter tells me that words cannot describe some of the devastation that they're seeing. How would you improve accountability and transparency?
It's a little bit too early for me to say where the deficiencies are.
The thieves abandoned her car at a BP down the street. They left it in drive where it rolled across Breton into a truck here at the Shell gas station. I did it! I was so nervous I was going to hit that mound, but I didn't, so thank goodness. And I even spun backwards. Did you guys see that?
Yes, it was wonderful.
It was awesome.
So much fun.
Awesome.
I will never want
haya yafikie mwingine mzazi.
that to happen to another parent, to experiment what I've experimented.
Peter Lyoya says his 26-year-old son Patrick was riding in his car when it broke down in the street. He stepped outside to see what the problem was when a Grand Rapids police officer arrived.
Kuleta mambo ya kumshwania Patrick.
And they start arguing, start fighting with Patrick, and he wanted to arrest Patrick.
Peter says the officer got a hold of Patrick and put him on the ground.
Kamfunga mikono kwa nyuma.
And Patrick's hand was on the back.
Katosha bunduki.
And he took the gun.
Kamtia kwenye kichwa.
And put on the head.
Na kampiga risasi.
And they shot Patrick from the back of the head.
Peter says Patrick's friend was a passenger in the car and recorded the altercation with his cell phone. Peter hasn't seen that video because it was turned over to MSP. However, he says the agency did show him dash cam video of the altercation on Wednesday.
Ionekane duniani mzima.
I want the video to be released so people can know and can see how my son has been killed.
Peter disputes police's claim the incident was a traffic stop. A march and candlelight vigil are planned to honor Patrick this Saturday. Peter will be there and has a message for those attending.
Nataka tu tutembee kwa usalama.
I want us to have a peaceful walk.
Sitaki mtu aharibu kitu cha
I don't want anybody to break anything. I don't want any violence.
Yeah, that's right. 13-year-old Zoe Harrison wants the governor to know how important virtual schools are and how she doesn't want to feel left behind.
My math class, which is Math to Success.
13-year-old Zoe Harrison is in the 8th grade.
And then I have my U.S. history at 9:45.
And attends online school at Michigan Great Lakes Virtual Academy.
We can do education.com, like fun games. And if I have any medical episodes, I can recover from them without having to be seen. And that my teachers are just a phone call or a email away.
Traditional school didn't work out for Zoe.
She thrives in a virtual school where she can take care of her physical and mental needs in home and private, and then still be able to get a very good quality education.
Page 21, chapter 1.
But a quality education became a concern when the Harrison family learned Governor Gretchen Whitmer is recommending full-time virtual schools be funded 20% less, or $7,687 per pupil for the 2024 fiscal year. Traditional schools will get $9,608 per pupil.
The way she makes me feel is like that I'm less important than regular students, and that I don't deserve the education that regular students deserve.
They don't get local taxes. They don't get any of that. The only money they get is the state aid, and that's her budget, and that's what they use.
Zoe's mother's concerned these cuts mean Zoe may lose her occupational and physical therapy, her special ed teachers, and parapros.
They're operating on less money than the regular schools, and then you're going to cut them again. It just kind of feels like the school system once again is failing her.
A spokesperson for the governor's office told 13 on Your Side traditional brick and mortar schools cost more, and they need additional increase in funds because of inflation eating their budget. Virtual school students will still receive the same level of education, and the amount they're proposing is in line with what has been allocated for virtual schools historically.
She's making things hard for everyone that has a disability.
It took 3 weeks for Zoe to write a letter to the governor expressing her concerns. State Representative Graham Filler, who represents Zoe's district, delivered her letter to the governor last week.
I just think less people will go into virtual school. I think that's at the basis of it. You'll have less teachers. It's basically a downstream effect on everything virtual.
It's a letter Zoe says she wrote from the heart. She hopes her voice will make an impact.
I want her to reconsider how she feels about it, because she's just not just taking my education away, she's taking a bunch of people's education.
And the governor must work with the state legislature to finalize the budget by July 1st. Juliet.
Get on the line! Clock that! Clock it!
Lifelong Lions fan AJ Ferenz earned himself a new nickname online for this passionate reaction to Matthew Stafford leading the Rams to a playoff win over the defending Super Bowl champs, the Tampa Bay Bucks.
They got people calling me the Clock It Man on their Instagram feed.
Clock it!
Ferentz's girlfriend posted the video to TikTok,
Clock it!
and it has racked up more than 2.8 million views.
I just flashed back and I literally felt like I was watching a Lions game, watching Stafford run down the field, trying to get everyone to the line to kick the game-winning field goal.
If you couldn't already tell, Ferenz loves Stafford, who used to play for the Lions.
This is the guy I want to win a championship in Detroit. Obviously that didn't happen, but to see him now on the Rams doing what he's doing, it's just so cool.
But what makes this story truly awesome is a Rams season ticket holder shared Ferenz's viral video. And Rams fans rallied to hook Ferenz and his girlfriend up with an all-expenses-paid trip to watch the NFC Championship on Sunday.
This feels like a fever dream. I woke up at 3:30 this morning to all these notifications about me getting tickets and plane tickets and everything. And I just feel like I haven't woke up yet, like pinch me, right? So it's crazy.
Yes!
So the Clock It Man can help cheer his favorite QB all the way to the Super Bowl.
Let's go, baby!